Hey everybody, want you to take a look at this brief clip. I'm going to call this one, this guy is one of the dumbest dusties out there breathing. So we're going to focus here on the man that's on the ground, okay? All these people around, and Dum Dum decides to go shopping. Fair use, and here we go.
This all starts out with what should have been a random and basically a routine shoplifting case, but in the blink of an eye, the suspect turns on that UPD deputy in an attack that nearly cost the deputy their eye. This all happening in the back room of the Walmart Taylorsville location the night of June 15th. You see the suspect, Marquise Franklin, kneeling over a box of items, stuffing them into a bag or backpack. Several employees notice what's going on, and at one point they tell him to leave. Several of them do, but he refuses. Moments later, the deputy arrives and again asks Mr. Franklin to put the items down and leave the store. But again, the suspect refuses. But as soon as the deputy puts his hands on Mr. Franklin to escort him out of the store, the fight was on, and the deputy was on the ground, pinned down by the suspect. Several store employees appear to be shocked at what's going on at first, until finally one loss prevention officer literally jumps into the fight and helps get Mr. Franklin off the deputy.
First and foremost, the officer credits him for saving his life. Had he not jumped in, really bad things potentially could have happened. The officer could have lost his life, or in this case, an eye, as his eye was being gouged out. There are a lot of things that could have happened.
Mr. Franklin was finally arrested and booked into jail on multiple felonies, including aggravated assault on a police officer. He was actually able to take away the first deputy's taser. Then he fought with two other deputies who had arrived on scene when the first officer was able to hit his emergency button. Sergeant Gray goes on to say it appears as though the suspect in this case had some sort of prior martial arts or military training. Again, just a very, very scary situation for everyone involved, in particular that deputy. And again, Sergeant Gray says this is another example of how quickly something that should be something random and routine can quickly turn and turn potentially very violent. For now, we're live in Taylorsville. Scott McCain, Fox 13 News, Utah.
So as you can see, all he had to do was basically leave the store. Okay, sorry about that. Let me go ahead and just totally get rid of this. Okay, so all he had to do was leave the store. That's all he had to do. But he couldn't do that. All he had to do was leave the store. They said, stop, leave the store. But he had to pull a dumb move. All those people around, cameras everywhere, and you still are going to try and steal from the store. When the cop came and said, leave, you just should have left. But oh no, determined to commit a crime. Then I don't know if you heard, I'm going to try and go back to this. They mentioned that it seems like he had some type of martial arts. So he was trying to get the guy's eyes out. And that there is a move like that. I took a class, my God, when we were like teenagers, and my brother was kind of into that. So we had a class on that. And they would tell you, hey, here's a way to defend yourself, a defense mechanism. You'd be surprised. Eyes, there are even nerves in your hand. If someone grabs you, you can squeeze them. That happened to me, and it actually worked. So this here, you think about it. He doesn't even know how to steal. You're really that dumb. All these people around. So I thought about it. Just the dumb dusty. If he has martial arts training, you mean to tell me if you have transportation, you can try to maybe do a paper route. You can try to teach martial arts. Get a YouTube video. Okay, get a YouTube video, teach martial arts. You can even get maybe like some advertisements, a lot of copies, start your business, and you can teach martial arts maybe in the community. You don't have to have a building. People, there are trainers that do exercises with women, women and men. They have exercise classes outside at the park, and each person pays. No, low overhead. We're meeting here at this park, and everybody, the women show up, and they pay whatever the amount is. I've seen a guy. I said, well, he's got maybe like about 15 people. So what if he's charging $15, $50 a head? So just like that man has that business, martial arts or skill fighting, you could definitely do a YouTube video, and you could also try and teach people, try and teach kids, try and teach women, and just have them meet in a park. We don't have to have a lease. But he couldn't do that. But he couldn't do that. But he was dumb enough to do this. And now he's facing several charges. This here, ladies and gentlemen, this is the Dumb Dusty of the day. And the Dumb Dusty of the Day award goes to this dust bucket right here. Feel free to comment, like, subscribe, and share. Stay safe, and thank you for watching.